This video, I'm going to be sharing with you the secret to feeling 100% worthy, whole, and complete. By the end of this video, you'll know what that is, and you'll also have a practical tool for applying that in your life in a powerful way. Welcome back to another video. My name's Aaron, and I help people expand their consciousness. Now in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you that of understanding how to feel 100% worthy, whole, and complete, and understanding how this is also the missing key to you experiencing what you want in your life. Because you always get in life a reflection of that which you believe you deserve. And if you believe that you deserve a relationship that is abusive, if you believe that you deserve to only make a certain amount of money per year, it's a very limited amount because of what you've made in the past, if you believe that you're not worthy of looking a certain way because of how you think or how you feel, then you will experience a reality continuously of that belief and of that perspective. And when it comes to this, understand as well that people can feel how you feel about yourself. So when you go out into the world and people are responding to you, they respond to you based upon the energy you are putting off. If you are someone that everyone loves, then you most likely love yourself. If you are somebody that feels like rejected, you may be rejecting yourself. Whatever you feel about yourself, other people feel from you, and they reflect that back to you. So the key to feeling 100% worthy, whole, and complete has to do with everything being brought back to you. And in a way, you must take responsibility for the things that have happened to you. And understand as well that I understand that many people have been through a lot of hard things growing up. You've seen my videos probably, you've heard me talk many times about my past of having an abusive, physically abusive, emotionally abusive, and mentally abusive ex-stepmom between the ages of 7 to 15 years old, where I had almost no power whatsoever. So I get it. I'm not saying this as somebody that was just like babied as a kid and had everything given to me. I say this because I've been through pain. I say that I know there's worse out there. However, what I am saying is that the way you take responsibility for things that have happened in your life is by understanding that the one thing you always have the ability to do is to choose how you respond to what happens in your life. You may not always control what happens, but you always can choose how you respond. Now, I look at some of the people in my life who have been through similar things as me, and there's very different timelines. There's very different lives that we lead because of the way we responded to what happened. For many years, I suppressed, even after 15 years old came around, and my dad divorced my ex-stepmom. I had all this freedom all of a sudden. I was able to have friends again, I was able to have friends, I was able to do normal stuff, like watch TV or eat food and not be malnourished. I was able to eat food without getting in trouble. And even after being able to do that for 5 to 6 years, I felt a lot of resistance and guilt and anger towards my ex-stepmom. And I suppressed it, but eventually that pressure caused me to go through a spiritual awakening. And what happened is I saw that everything in life wasn't happening to me, it was happening for me. That's the key. That's the thing that makes the difference, is the taking back of your power and understanding that it can either fuel you or it can tear you down. But it's completely up to you. Feeling 100% worthy, whole, and complete is about giving a new meaning to your past. Why did it happen? It happened because you were strong and you could go through whatever you did. A lot of our sense of worthiness has to do with a sense of belonging, fitting in, why things happened in the past. And when you begin to understand that that's the key, is bringing it back to the self, loving the self, that's when things change. But if you define yourself based on how other people think about you, then you'll always be going in a circle, because you will never find one way that people perceive you, because there are billions of people on the planet, and every single person that knows you has a different perspective than another person. So knowing that you can't define yourself based on what other people think about you, you see then that the only thing that will change is you changing the way you define yourself. And understanding that sometimes the most vulnerable parts of you are the greatest gifts you have. I believe the reason a lot of people resonate with my message, and one thing that makes people feel a lot more connected to me, is my past. And some people say, Aaron, why do you keep bringing up your past? Like, does it mean you're not over it? I bring it up because I think it is relatable, and I want people to know that if I've done it, so can other people. so I bring it up. But also I know that it resonates with people. There are people that have been through similar things. And we know someone has been through similar things or been through pain growing up, makes it more relatable, makes it more I can do it too type attitude. Because the truth is, if I can do it, you can do it too. So that's why I share it, because our vulnerability is our power. It's what makes us human. We don't need to be identified with it forever, but the moment that you start to embrace your vulnerability is the moment you start to turn it from something that's holding you back into something that's propelling you forward. I'm reading a book, or was listening to an audiobook today while I was running, called The Power of Vulnerability by Brene Brown. And in it, she talks about the one main difference, and this is the key to this video as well, the one main difference between somebody that feels 100% worthy, whole, and complete and somebody that doesn't, is the people that feel 100% worthy, whole, and complete believe that they can feel 100% worthy, whole, and complete. It's a belief that makes all the difference. So let me ask you a question. What do you believe about your sense of worthiness? Do you deserve love? Do you deserve abundance? Do you deserve to be yourself? Because if you don't believe you do, then the key is getting to the root of that belief. Why do you believe that? And when you get to the core of that belief, you can then let it go. That's why the power in this whole changing belief process isn't in piling on some new idea, belief like, oh yes, I am 100% worthy. It's about being aware of just the belief that you gained along the process that's holding you back from feeling that love, whole, and completeness. So be aware of what that could be. And how do you do that? You start to ask yourself a new question. What would I have to believe is true as to why I'm not 100% worthy, whole, and complete? Well, I'd have to believe that people must accept me. Well, now I know that actually people will accept me more if I accept myself more, so I start to gain my own power back. I'd have to believe that when this happened when I was a kid and people treated me a certain way, that's who I am now. Well, now I understand that vulnerability is my power. And I understand that that can fuel me and make me more powerful rather than tear me down. You start to reframe your past. And you can even complete your past, because when you complete your past, you don't have to repeat your past anymore. But meaning is a powerful thing in our lives. Meaning is what steers our life in different directions. The meaning you give things in your life will determine which realities and which kind of things you are attached to. And like Brene Brown was saying in her book, the one main thing that was the different factor from people that felt 100% worthy, whole, and complete and felt self-love was that they believed they could. And they just believed they deserve it. And all that means you have to do is get to the core of what you believe about yourself. How do you see yourself? Because most likely, there are beliefs that are keeping you safe. Beliefs, there's negative beliefs, but even negative beliefs serve a purpose. They have a payoff. The payoff is it keeps you staying the same. It keeps you in survival mode. You may not feel 100% worthy and complete, and you may attract other people that don't feel 100% worthy, whole, and complete. And because of that, it keeps you within a certain narrow bandwidth of emotion. And that's comfortable. So it's paying off because it's keeping you in the survival mode. It's keeping you feeling the same emotions over and over again. So the key is to become aware of what that is for you. What are you identifying with? What can you begin to let go of more? Can you start to believe that you deserve things? What if we changed our definition about life itself? What if your new definition was, you are worthy, whole, and complete because you exist? Because you exist. And because everyone exists, saying that you're not 100% worthy, whole, and complete is saying that, in a way, you are different than every other person on the planet. Because creation doesn't make mistakes. And to say that we're not worthy would be saying that creation made a mistake. And we're oh so special because creation made this one mistake, which is me, because I'm not worthy and everyone else is. You see, when we look at our belief about reality, we can see that that is a nonsensical belief that may have been on autopilot. And it's selfish. In a way, it's a selfish belief. Because we believe that we're so unique and special that we should not feel 100% worthy, whole, and complete because we don't deserve it. But the key is knowing that you are special and unique in a different way, but you are also 100% worthy, whole, and complete. And you can tap into that with that awareness by getting rid of that belief and completing the past. The key to this process is completing the past. Until I completed the past with my ex-stepmom between the ages of 7 to 15, I kept attracting people in my life that would reflect back that energy, that archetype in a way, that narcissism, that control. And I was just doing a podcast episode on it the other day because I realized that there was always someone in my life that reflected that back to me until I completed it. The moment I completed it is the moment it all went away. I had an ex-stepmom in my life between 7 and 15. She left my life. Then shortly after that, I had one of my first girlfriends was controlling. Was with her for 4 years. Broke up with her. Then I got a job, and almost within a week of breaking up with her, I got a promotion at the job I worked, which is Nordstrom's and Women's Shoes in Las Vegas. Went from BP shoes to salon shoes. BP shoes was like the cheaper shoes, went to the more expensive shoes. It was definitely a promotion. To find out that the manager in that department was almost the same exact person as my ex-stepmom. Very similar personality, very similar manipulation. She couldn't physically do anything, but emotionally, mentally she did. And everyone would try to get her fired, but nobody could, because she was protected by upper management. Even though she would say the most bizarre things to people, she would talk down to people, she should have been fired forever ago, but she wasn't because she was protected. I go through my spiritual awakening in 2012. I complete the patterns of the past with my ex-stepmom, realize that it happened and led me to a spiritual awakening. Within 2 weeks of learning meditation, learning how to complete my past, that manager got fired like that for something really dumb. Should have happened forever ago, but guess what? Energetically, I was holding that pattern in my life because I didn't complete the past yet. And if I didn't actually completely deal with it yet, she would have left and someone else would have came in. So you see, this is about completing the past to not repeat the past. So below me, what you'll see right now is a meditation that is on feeling 100% worthy, whole, and complete, and completing the patterns of the past so that you can live in this new way. It is literally the most powerful meditation I've ever made. Has hundreds of thousands of views. Read the comments to see what is possible. It'll allow you to complete the past so you don't have to repeat it. And at the end of that meditation, there's a visualization where it floods you with unconditional love and light. So you'll experience that as well. So listen to that for 21 days. I really think that if you do that, it will transform your life. It's going to be at the top of the description box below. Also, I'll be doing more live Q&As on Instagram, so if you want to follow me on Instagram, if you want to ask me questions, you could do so right here. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed this video. Feel free to like this video if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the little notification here so you can see the daily vids that I do. And other than that, as always, peace, much love, and namaste.